Yeah. All right, it's me then.
Yes.
How do you do? We're about to unfold the story of the Son of Frankenstein.
This one is probably just as bad as his father. Good morning, son.
Well, hello.
My son, you have inherited the fortune of the Frankensteins. I trust you will not inherit their fate. By heaven, I think you're a worse fiend than your father. What are you gonna do about it? There's a monster afoot, you know it.
We warned you.
You've been warned. Welcome back to Frankenstein Minute, the podcast that dissects the Universal Frankenstein film series minute by minute. I'm Bill Evenson.
You had the easy part.
Yeah, that's just so easy.
I'm Thom Lang, and you join us for minute 75, which should be the last minute
You would think.
Son of Frankenstein.
They don't go longer than this.
No, it's 75 minutes.
Like the end.
That's long.
Yeah.
Son of Frankenstein. We continue with
They should be playing the credits over the remaining minutes.
Yes. For the next 20 minutes.
This minute should say, starring Boris Karloff.
Yeah, then it just plays out for the next 25 minutes.
Yep.
We continue the Nosferatu shadow shot.
Yep.
Lang senses Frankenstein's presence standing behind him, I assume, and stands up in alarm. So, and I think this answers the question you had about him tiptoeing through the tulips earlier, is that he is quiet. He can be quiet and stealthy.
Yes.
Because he snuck up on Mae Clark, he snuck up on Valerie Hobson.
He snuck up on Chaska's own Edward Van Sloan. He wasn't tiptoeing, but it's the same idea.
He was laying down, but it's still...
Absolutely the same idea, yeah.
It's great. It's slightly lessened by their proximity to the light source, because Lang looks like he's about twice as big as Frankenstein does. Again, it's the same problem they've had throughout of just not framing it to Frankenstein's advantage.
Yeah, you would think there'd be some way to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Especially with a shadow. Weird
you
angle.
just one is closer to the light source than the other. Assume at this point it's Karloff is closer, so Lang is a little further away, so his shadow projects bigger.
Right.
Should have been the other way around.
Should have been the other way around, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you think about the angle that it's at, it was bound to be that way. They just dubbed on the other angle.
And we get a white guy karate chop to Lang's neck.
It's that's how you get the bruising at the back of the neck.
Evidently,
This is the best way to do it.
I don't know why that would be anything mysterious. There's a big fucking bruise on
and how is that whispering? I don't understand why that makes it whisper.
It doesn't whisper.
It
and
doesn't make any sense.
Apparently, though, this karate chop is such that it makes your heart burst.
You think that's
because he doesn't do anything else. He walks away.
In this case, absolutely true.
Yeah.
I have here, it's awkward,
it is
stupid, and laughable.
Okay, thank you.
And I love it.
I got tired of being the guy saying that every time. But
here's the difference. I love it, and I think it's so well done, and I wouldn't change a thing.
It's so well done for all the wrong reasons.
Kinda.
Yeah.
It's in the right style of this movie, I guess. That's not correct. It's a little bit dumb when he actually comes down with the karate chop. It looks pretty bad. Yeah, it looks pretty dumb.
Well, it looks like he's trying to be violent yet not hurt Lionel Belmore.
Yeah, it really.
You know, and I assume the sound is added in either later or by somebody else off camera making the noise.
The thump.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like it's post-dub, so it must have been just somebody near another microphone.
With a watermelon and a shoe.
A pair of shoes, yeah.
As everyone knows, the two items you need to be a Foley artist.
Yep, that's your kit right there. A watermelon.
Where the fuck is my watermelon?
I can't do this. We can't record today. I don't have my fucking
Storms
watermelon.
out. But wait, we're not doing that part.
We got a shoe.
We got a shoe.
So the whispering ghost strikes again. This does it does account for the bruise.
Got any more questions, wise ass? You're gonna ask why we call it the whispering ghost now. I finally got you.
All right.
Honestly, just so in case anyone does want to know, I'll answer in advance. I just honestly, seriously, just keep forgetting what he's called. By now, I do remember. It's the murdering ghost.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've long since stopped pointing out that Whispering Ghost is a Milton Berle film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it explains the bruise at the base of the neck. It does not explain the heart's a-popping at all.
No. I actually wrote here, and then his heart exploded.
Yeah, exactly.
It's, yeah.
Lang slumps over in his chair, presumably dead.
What was he doing? I had this for last week. This is his smoking room.
He's just sitting there having a toke.
Smoking crack.
Yeah.
In his smoking room.
Yep.
He's got his smoking jacket on, but you can't see that.
Riding that train. Listening to the Dead on his headphones.
Is that what you do? You listen to the Dead and smoke crack?
No, that's not what I do, but I'm sure
maybe
somebody...
hash. Maybe he's smoking hash.
Some hashish.
So a little bit of hashish.
Yeah.
I got my cuckoo clock. I got my hashish. I'll tell you one thing I did. I don't regret voting, or not voting, to hang Igor.
Oh yeah,
that has
never come back to haunt me whatsoever.
Back to haunt me.
No. Really proud of that moment.
No. He says no.
Yeah.
He managed just to squeak
that out. Then,
the death of Lang.
Yeah, it is. So Lionel Belmore's done. He cannot possibly
say goodbye to
ever
Lionel
return
Belmore.
To this series.
We'll never see him again.
Nope, not in this series
because
ever.
His character has died.
Clearly.
Yep.
Frankenstein's shadow turns and stands there for a beat.
More than a beat.
Like he's waiting for his cue to, okay.
It's like he doesn't, it's weird. What's weird is he doesn't move until, is it the lap dissolve? The one where they
overlap each other. Hence the term lap.
Is that what that is?
They overlap.
Okay.
Yes.
Until the lap dissolve, then he starts to walk.
Yeah.
It's a little much.
It's awkward.
It's a little bit awkward.
This whole shot, it looks great, but it could have used another take.
Yeah. Everything about it is a little bit off.
Yeah.
But it's also pretty great. That's the thing I want to make sure that I make clear is, there's some real problems here, but that means it's like a B-. It's not like
it's completely failed. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's just awkwardly staged. It could have, like I said, it's almost like we filmed the rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's do it for real. But I don't think Lee ever operated that way.
When you say that, that's a great point where he does the karate chop. It's just like Chaney.
Oh, on that live
trying to break the table or whatever, the chair.
He's like picks up the chair, okay, I'll break this for real. Then.
Yeah,
he sets it down.
When we get to the real show, it really does look like that when you're watching.
Yeah.
When you actually watch that show, it's not bad.
No, it's not.
Really good.
It's not.
It's really that one moment is
he isn't bad throughout. It's just that one time.
Yes.
But it has this reputation of, oh God, he's drunk and doesn't know what he's doing, and it doesn't watch that way.
It could be true, but it doesn't play that way.
It's the same thing with the Ed Wood, Lugosi being on the Red Skelton show.
Yes.
They changed the comedian's name.
Yeah.
But, there it gives the impression that he has no clue what's happening, can't keep up with the ad-libs. But if you watch the real thing, Lugosi's having a ball. He's keeping up with Red Skeleton like that.
I would even go a step further and say...
He's better than Red Skeleton.
Yeah, he's
Red
better
Skeleton
than Red
is
Skeleton.
fucking annoying sometimes.
Yes.
And Lugosi's professional. He and Chaney both are...
Chaney's got a little more to do, and so you're kind of waiting to see that fall apart, and
it doesn't. Yeah.
That's exactly what I think, too, is... I like Ed Wood. I'm glad that he did the movie the way he did. But this is basically flipping the script.
Yeah.
When you look at it at least with modern eyes, Red Skeleton is annoying as shit.
There's one with
Lugosi's perfect and Chaney's perfect.
Yeah. There's also one with Fred Gwynne as Herman.
There might be a spot where Lugosi hesitates and isn't quite 100% on when he delivers his line, maybe. But I think even that, now that I think about it, is there's a big laugh and he's waiting
for the laugh.
Yeah. I don't even think there's that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I watched it fully expecting to see a train wreck.
Right.
And it was the opposite.
Yeah. We'll have to post this.
The guy that I thought would be holding it together was the train wreck.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm not a huge Red Skeleton fan anyway.
Yeah, I don't care. He's fine.
But
he's not bad.
He's not bad. He's just not one of my, not one that I
He's not Groucho.
Oh, God, who is,
though? He's not... Gotta get to the guy's name now. Who's the guy who played Lou Costello in the TV movie?
Buddy Hackett.
He's not Buddy Hackett. Buddy Hackett.
Oh, Buddy.
Oh. Buddy Hackett, you throw him up on stage and it's probably going to be good.
Oh, every time he was on Carson just about suffocates from laughing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't
Red Skelton's not that guy to me.
No. I Buddy Hackett, I could take or leave.
Yeah.
I like him in It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, but I like Mickey Rooney in that too. And I generally cannot stand Mickey Rooney.
I think that's fair. I wouldn't go that far, maybe, but yeah. My thing with Mickey Rooney is he has spent too much time being Mickey Rooney. Is he dead now? Finally, did he die recently?
If he's not, he's like 130 years old. So
he spent too much time being Mickey Rooney.
Yeah,
the original Mickey Rooney was fine when he became a talk show guy.
I don't know about that because I can't watch him in those like Andy Hardy movies or the ones with Judy Garland. He just bugs the shit out of me.
I guess I haven't watched them.
One of his earliest screen appearances, he was a little kid in Midsummer Night's Dream, and he's Puck, and you just want to fucking kick his teeth in.
Oh, really?
You think Donnie Dunnigan is annoying in this? Watch Midsummer Night's Dream.
I guess I have some affection for Mickey Rooney that I'm not acknowledging here.
Yeah,
he's in the original. So when you were a kid, did your parents listen to WCCO in the morning?
Oh yeah. It was on all fucking day.
Oh,
from
WCCO
the time
was?
they got up till the time went to bed, it was on. Yeah.
So if you're not from Minnesota, you won't
have any
be aware
idea.
of this. It was just a ubiquitous thing.
Yeah.
And in the morning, as a little kid, I remember this with affection.
Yeah.
They would play the version of Good Morning. It wasn't from Singing in the Rain. It was from, I don't even remember what movie, but it was a Mickey Rooney
and Judy
Garland movie.
Yeah.
So like I think on some level he's just entered my brain as a child, and I just feel like Mickey Rooney's a good guy or something.
I'm sure
but yeah,
it was
I have nothing.
fine.
I know he's done terrible things like that Asian stereotype and
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh my
is
God!
Amazing.
And he could not fathom that he offended anybody.
Is that right?
Yeah, he was like, no, what?
So maybe I've given him too much
you
credit.
fucky off. Oh, it is appalling.
That is appalling.
In an otherwise really decent film.
I couldn't watch it.
Oh,
I was like, I had to stop.
He's appalling. Yeah, it is just shockingly bad.
So if it's good, I'll just have to hear about it.
It's good. I think it's good because it's Audrey Hepburn. She really carries it.
I do want to say I didn't not watch it because I was offended. I was, but it's also like I go, oh, this is what this movie is. This is the quality that you're bringing to it. Mm-hmm. It's not just offensive. It's fucking stupid and awful.
Well, it's like, why didn't Blake Edwards say, whoa, what the fuck was that?
Right.
Let's dial that back I gave up 300%.
Yeah. I will say Audrey Hepburn is one of these like magical people that should be on like a Mount Rushmore. So when she's in it, you know.
Oh, she's luminous,
Luminous, that's a good word.
One of my favorite movies, Wait Until Dark, where she's the blind woman, and Alan Arkin, who is, I've said many times, I could sit and watch him sitting in a chair doing nothing for 3 hours and be riveted. I love Alan Arkin, and I always had when I was a kid, he was on Sesame Street.
Really?
And I've always just adored Alan Arkin.
So when you watch Glengarry Glen Ross, you're waiting for the Alan Arkin part.
The rest of it
mostly is just sitting in a chair.
Yeah, basically,
and all these gigantic actors are bouncing off him.
But it takes a really skilled person to do that and not disappear into the background of these big talking heads.
Didn't know you had such affection for Alan Arkin. How do you feel about Adam Arkin?
He's great. He's fine. Yeah, he seems like a really good guy. Okay.
All right, so and then he just walks away.
Yeah,
so Frankenstein might not be the best accomplice. Right?
You're saying stealth is not his strong suit?
As much as he's able to delicately pull the little ring to bring the shade down.
Yeah. Well,
he doesn't even stop to really see if the guy's dead. And there's no reason to think he is, because he barely touched him.
That's true.
Unless he scared him to death, which is a thing.
Yeah. And Lang, run.
We don't want him to run.
No. We don't want to see... We saw Lionel Belmore run, and it was not a pretty sight.
So, we're done here. This is the... Igor's task is complete.
Yeah.
He has accomplished his goal.
We're at minute 75. This should be the end of the film. Because they achieved...
It's the success of Igor.
Yeah. He got his...
This is the story of Igor. Yep. Well, good for you, Igor.
So now instead of a lap dissolve, we get a crossfade.
Oh.
Another technical term. It fades to black.
Yep, I knew it.
And then fades up from black to a great-looking shot that... it also looks like it's from a German silent film. We're on the back lot on the Little Europe set.
Yep.
Somebody has plopped a house from Popeye right in the middle of the set. I'm not sure what this is or what's going on in this scene. Is very puzzling.
I'm very validated to hear you say that. I will say this. That sound of the bell can only mean one thing.
There's trouble at the Frankenstein place.
The death of Lang.
It can't be, though.
I don't know.
It can't be because later on we'll see that it's not.
Here's what I wrote. Confession. I don't know what's going on here. So what we've got is, and I've watched it a number of times, it looks like there's some sort of structure attached to another structure where people are in a little thing. It almost looks like they've gone to a guard's desk. I initially thought it was a like a carriage or something, and they were pulling someone out of a carriage, because you see someone in something and then they come out. But I'm sort of burying the lead, I guess, which is that what we've got is a mob amassing in the village square doing something. Yeah. And it goes on for like 20 seconds.
Oh, at least.
Like sitting here watching it with you, I almost fell asleep. It goes on forever.
When the bell,
and I have no idea that the bell is tolling.
Bell tolls, but you ask not for whom, because it never really explained.
Never really explained. It coming so soon after the death of Lang.
You assume.
It could be.
You assume that.
And you could be right. It could be
right.
The death of Lang. I mean, this movie doesn't take place in real time. This isn't 24.
No.
This isn't Rope.
No, it's not.
Sadly, this isn't Rope.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not Rope. So anyway, crowd of villagers.
The sound of the tolling bell.
Tolling bell, and fog drifting in, a lot of fog.
Yes.
And I believe it's Neumüller's cart in the foreground, because there's a cart in the foreground of the shot with those milk cans that are...
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think it's Neumüller's cart. So my guess is they're mad that Neumüller was killed.
Okay, I like that.
Because it's...
Is there anybody saying, ah?
I know the word castle is heard a couple times.
Okay.
In amongst the rhubarb and watermelon that people are shouting.
Yeah, right. So when is this? Is this the night?
Yeah, I don't know if this is happening as Lang is being karate chopped, or if it's the next morning. When it is. It's foggy, so I'm guessing it's morning.
Okay, so it's a foggy morning.
It's what it looks like to me. It feels like.
Well, what also helps with that is... what's this? Is this something?
Oh, that's what I was using that as a reference for sculpting the...
Oh, that's pretty good.
Karloff.
Anyway, the next shot is morning, and it's foggy.
Yeah.
So it kind of works.
That
must be it.
You know, for the longest time, like you, I had no idea what's going on, why they're so mad, what are they protesting? They got pitchfork, rifles, scythes. They mean business. And, you know, your first viewing, you would think they're upset over Lang being murdered. But my guess, in retrospect, is this is for Neumüller.
Okay.
Because his cart's there.
That makes sense. I mean, the other thing is this movie was put together by mistake.
Basically.
So maybe this was supposed to come before that, but it worked better here.
Oh, yeah, because it does lead directly into the next scene of our old friend, the lap dissolve, makes a return after a crossfade. Yeah, I know. It was a little
make a comeback.
Uncomfortable during that crossfade.
Yep.
The crossfade sort of represents a longer gap in time, I think, too.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Front door.
Well, any gap in time. A lap dissolve could be a dissolve between something that's happening at the same time as something.
Right. Yeah, lap dissolve generally infers a leap in space or time, but crossfade to me always represents some time is passing.
I agree.
That's not really a hard and fast rule, but I think it
Should we do one now? Should we stop talking?
Let's do a fade.
And we're back.
Yeah,
welcome back to Frankenstein
it's
Minute.
A couple hours later.
It's at least a week since we spoke to you.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween! Actually, we forgot our Halloween episode.
Oh,
hey, how did that election go? Did
the
Marjorie Taylor Greene Party take over everything? Or
we're
almost everything.
We're now in a dictatorship.
Yep. No. Firmly and officially established as a dictatorship. It looks cool when Krog walks through the fog.
Yeah, we're at the front door of Castle Frankenstein. There's a low fog on the ground. Mm-hmm. It's this oil-based fog that they used, which I'm sure killed any number of people.
Yep.
You can't use it now, so fog doesn't look as cool as a result.
Okay. So
it's all chemical stuff that's supposedly harmless.
What is now?
This fog, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, if the old one was oil-based, is the new one like water-based? Is it like steam or something?
I don't know, because we would buy it by the gallon for Horror Incorporated.
And you bought the old?
No, oh God, no. They haven't made that since the 60s, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay, it's like DDT.
Yeah, basically one of those things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it. So yeah. Krog.
So this fog is made of some oily chemical that got into what's his name, Lionel Atwill's lungs.
Probably what killed him from fog.
Fog, that's what they say.
Yeah. So that's why it hangs low to the ground like that, because it's heavier.
Really cool.
And when he walks through it, it kind of creates a wake. It's awesome. Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's striding up to the front door with very purposefully.
He does everything purposefully.
Well, he does, but even now, this is like he's marching up to the door.
Okay.
He's very serious. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Unlit.
So
he comes up and he says,
well, Wolf comes bursting out of the door like he's going to get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
Hey.
The cops are there at the front door.
Hey, Ewald or whatever.
Ewald.
Oh, that's Neumiller.
That's Neumiller. But, that's a good point. Felicity said that's Ewald Neumiller is the name. But that's the name of
this character in the script.
In the original script. So
Yeah.
who knows? Who cares?
Who cares?
I'm not saying she's wrong. Let's say she's right.
Sure.
His name is Ewald.
Fine.
And Wolf comes out and says, "Good morning, Ewald."
Good morning, Inspector. You're up rather early, ain't ya? And Krog's like, yeah, right back at ya. You're up early, too.
Yep.
It's sort of this weird cut then. They do this greeting, and there's a cut, and they're in a slightly different position.
Okay.
Closer together, standing still. So it looks like something was either cut or there's a lapse in continuity.
Thought for sure you were going to say lap dissolve.
Nope.
Yeah, absolutely could be true. Just like Terry Garr bit in
Well, it's just they cut some extraneous dialogue. Came to inquire about your butler. And this is great, and I love how he delivers it. Have you found him? Pause. Dead or alive?
So it isn't.
What a burn!
It isn't even just that. As what I have is, have you found him dead or alive while lighting a cigarette? There's something about that where he's like. He's doing this whole bit with the thing and the cigarette, and he's lighting it. Have you found him, dead or alive? And then
he looks down.
Lighting a cigarette because fuck you. It's like a fuck you.
It's a total burn.
To be interrogating someone as an official representative of the police, and to be like, have you found him, dead or alive?
Yeah, it's
Not
great.
That I give a shit.
It's a total burn.
Yeah. It's great.
And Wolf gets, again, nervous and does a terrible job of lying.
He does, but he also does something he does something despicable is the right word. Do you know what I mean? What he does in this minute, the last thing he says is despicable.
Okay.
He says, he's done this sort of thing before, and then it's cut off.
Right.
But it's fucking despicable. This is offensive to me, what Wolf does here. It's also clever, and I understand why he does it, and it's effective. It's an effective way to behave when you're
guilty
awful, murderous bastard.
Yeah.
He hasn't murdered anybody, but he's responsible.
Pretty much indirectly, he would be charged as an accomplice for sure.
He's an accomplice to murder of his lifelong friend. I don't know. I think it's fucking despicable.
It is
when he says he's done this sort of thing before. To me, that honestly, it has always struck me that that's pretty despicable.
His whole attitude has struck me as despicable towards when he finds
from minute
out
one to minute.
Well, yeah, but no, when he finds out Benson has been missing, he doesn't show any genuine concern for Benson.
Was it last week or the week before when he says, "Oh, I don't know, dear. I don't know where he is. I don't give a fuck."
He's fucking whoring and drinking. And
you remember, he loves crack.
Yeah,
he's probably
he's an opium den.
The opium den.
He was with Robert De Niro at the opium den.
Robert De Niro?
Once Upon a Time in America.
Oh, I've only seen that once.
Which version?
The long one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I have here, he's done this sort of thing before, these, and then I wrote, what a world-class asshole.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
So.
The sound of
the music and me bellowing out. And
the bellowing can only mean one thing.
I'm too lazy at this point to put the hat on. Got any more questions, wise ass?
Don't blame you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put it on?
If you want.
No. I'm not wearing the same hat as you.
I did shower this morning.
Cooties.
So. Yeah,
this is from episode...
I don't want your cooties either, so...
This comment was from 10... So I have... All right, so it's an extended edition. I've been building these up, so it's an extended edition of...
Sure.
Got any more questions
wise ass?
From 10 weeks ago now, episode 65,
okay.
Window Panes.
Okay.
John Hazard replied, "You do," and in all caps, "not laugh too much."
Okay.
Yeah, so that's great.
Great.
Thank you,
Perfect.
John. I honestly...
Yeah, no,
I can't say how much I appreciate
that. Yeah, thank you for,
I really do
for
like
somebody
that.
Acknowledging that.
The people who've said that we laugh too much, fuck them.
Yeah, they're probably rapists and...
The rapists.
Incest.
And incest, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's science has taught us that's what that means.
It might be pretty spurious science, but science nonetheless.
Hey, I did my own research.
Our studies show. My point is, if we're not having fun doing this, then why should we be doing it?
Yeah.
So you don't like us laughing? Fuck you.
Yeah, it's
Get your own goddamn podcast.
At this point, it
talk
is what
about these things minute by minute and see how you like it.
You be careful because someone has.
Yeah.
There's a guy doing.
Well, he's doing like all
Universal
the
films,
yeah,
minute by minute. I don't know if he's gotten to Frankenstein.
Have you listened to it?
No. No, but he's also on the Classic Horror Film Board, and God bless him and good luck to him. And
sure.
I don't know. We'll have him on next week. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
Is he doing it by himself, or does he have somebody with him? Or no idea. Yeah, I remember seeing he announced it, but that was the last I saw of it.
He may have. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I think he might have started with The Mummy. I probably made that up. He probably started with Dracula. That would be the way. I would think
you'd have to.
Yeah. So you do Dracula, and then what do you do next?
Dracula, Spanish.
Spanish Dracula.
Yeah.
And you do it in Spanish.
Of course.
Cuidado. That's how we'd start, right?
Sure.
It's a little Spanish joke. You know what cuidado is?
I don't.
It means warning.
Oh, does it?
Because you see it on
sure.
the floor is wet.
Now you say that. Yeah,
also, Monty Python. The llamas.
Beware.
Cuidado!
Beware, there are llamas.
Cuidado! Las llamas! I'm sorry. I'm really, really happy with that joke that I came up with. Cuidado.
That's
Cuidado.
Good. Well played.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Yes, thank you, John. And the following week, episode 66, that's going to leave a mark. Somebody named Wallace Matthews says, here's one for any other questions Wise asks. Why have you sped up the intro to the episodes? It's not going to get you to Bud Abbott, Lou Costello meet Frankenstein any sooner, and is just screwing up my workouts. Now, in case anybody's curious, I didn't correct this. Wallace correctly identified that film as Bud Abbott, Lou Costello meet Frankenstein.
Good for him.
Yeah. So again, I got to throw the question to you. I don't know why we've sped up the intro.
It's just
walk me through the process.
Yeah.
Are you listening to it in real time? Can't you just paste it on and forget about it?
I do, but I just figure people have heard this for 75 weeks or so.
It's so good.
It's so much of it.
It's so good.
It's so long that
people who are listening to this episode will know I slowed it back down.
Did you?
It hasn't come out yet, but yes, what I'm saying.
Well, I might start slowing it down then, just to fuck you all.
I'll tell you what, I did make a change, and I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh.
And I don't. You could maybe guess it if I gave you enough time.
Okay.
I made a comment.
You talked about.
Is that the one?
Oh, that was good stuff too.
It's mostly there. Okay. The idea is there.
Okay.
But no, I couldn't. I mean, my God, listening to that was fucking brutal.
If it was my I probably would do the same thing.
I couldn't. Yeah, I'm not man enough.
No, if it were I don't think I could do that.
Yeah,
either.
I was kind of surprised you left it in.
Well,
you left it all in.
I left it in just to see what you
would
say
do?
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't say anything. I just fucking fucked with it.
So if you want the unedited version, which I have,
send us a stamped envelope to Belong Dead Studios North,
Crystal, Minnesota. General delivery. That'll get here.
Well, they know where it is by now. I like the intro.
Fine, I'll leave it. I'll leave it.
All right. So, well then.
I just felt
if I were, we just recorded some episodes. Are we going to start? Okay.
We'll start gradually slowing it back.
We'll see. When we get to minute 99, it'll be all theme song.
Yeah.
Nothing else. It'll be 30 minutes.
30 minutes of just that.
Of that. Okay, I got one more.
This one is just as bad as his father.
Oh, I thought you were doing.
You gotta be slowed down.
How do you do? Okay, I think we've addressed that one. Thank you, Wallace.
Yeah. All right, fine.
Next one. This is a extended edition. So with the last one, Chuck, who we've heard from before, the episode 67, Dueling Fireplaces.
Okay.
Chuck says, Krog reminds me of the SNL sketch, The Thing That Wouldn't Leave. Do you remember this?
Yes.
I remember it, but what's weird about it is I remember it so vaguely that I couldn't even tell you who's in it. Is it one of the first 5
I think
seasons?
so.
I think. Is it like a Bill Murray or is it a...
Belushi or something?
Belushi, yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely remember, but yeah, that's a good point.
I like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I watch murder shows with Jackie sometimes,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't do it as often as I used to, but I happened to yesterday. We watched Dateline last night. In between, I was still collecting some of these actually for this podcast, and there's a guy on there. His name's I can't remember his first name, but his last name's Mankiewicz. He's one of Herman Mankiewicz's sons. His brother, also Herman's son, is a Turner Classic Movies guy.
Oh, Ben. No, it's his grandson.
Oh, he's a grandson?
Ben's
okay.
son, yeah.
Well, then maybe this guy's his grandson, too. That makes more sense, I guess. But this guy is, he's fantastic. He's just got this attitude. Everything he says. So he's interviewing somebody whose sister was murdered, like, what the fuck? This was very upsetting to you, wasn't it? And then he's just really hilarious to watch. And, what was the point of that story? Oh, Lord. Oh, just that the one last night in particular. So what happens is there's something very unpleasant about all of this, right?
Sure.
If you're making a show that's based on murders and they're going to talk about murders, it's already unpleasant.
Right.
You've also got to get the cooperation of the police to tell their story of how this went down. Well, Dateline, at least, seems to be their a general approach, and in particular Mankiewicz, in my opinion, it seems to be the cops are a bunch of fucking fuck-ups. They fuck this up every time. But he somehow manages to walk that line perfectly where he gets the cops on to tell their story.
Sure.
And so often, like you would expect in real life, 99% of the time, the cops fuck it up. And it only gets solved because the parents won't let it go and they whatever. There's always some other element. And this one last night was a cop did it. This cop pulled over and picked up this girl and said, get in the car, whatever, I'll give you a ride home.
Sure.
It's fucking disgusting.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to go any further with that.
Yeah, you don't want to know any more than that. It's awful. But we live in Minneapolis or near Minneapolis, and so
we're in Minneapolis suburbs,
We're in the Minneapolis suburbs, and so we're brutally made aware of how fucking awful the police can be in these types of situations. And this is what Krog is here. See, I've managed to bring it back.
Okay.
Krog is the thing that wouldn't leave.
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
And that's what's happening here is, first of all, Krog, as I've said, is a good guy.
Yeah.
I believe he is the good guy. I don't have any qualms with anything he does, I don't think, in the whole movie. But what I get from watching Dateline is so many people who just going to go talk to the cop. They kill their wife, and then they go, we'd like you to come down to the station. We're going to videotape you for 30 minutes. And it's like, well, no, don't go.
Yeah.
Just say no.
Yeah.
And they never do. So that's how fucking stupid it is you just have to understand what your relationship with is to the police, and then maybe you'd stand a chance. Wolf doesn't do that.
No.
Krog is there. He is the thing that wouldn't leave because no one's asking him to leave.
Right.
No one seems to think it's even alarming that the cops are at the house all the
just
time.
hanging around the house all day.
Hanging around all day, seeing if I can see what's going on. And it gets worse. We're not done.
Oh,
with
no,
that.
we got a ways to go yet with that.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing that to me is funny about this movie and the show Dateline and probably any of those murder shows is, why are you talking to the cop?
Yeah, shut your mouth.
Like,
you don't have to.
If you just say no,
unless you're
they
charged.
have to let you go.
Unless you're charged, you can leave.
And they don't call you back. I mean, it's not like in the movies. It's really, you just say no and don't talk to the cops.
Yeah.
And Wolf doesn't.
He doesn't.
He thinks he's smarter than Krog. So yeah, come on over. We'll have tea. I don't know. What do you? Krog is the good guy.
Krog is the protagonist in this film. I'm sorry. Wolf certainly isn't.
Right.
He's doing everything wrong from the get-go.
I just think what we want. There's a part of us of humanity that wants to think that the cops are the good guys, and it's a little rather simple. And I think
we were
brought
up with that. Television.
Well, it's a problem with our politics, right? Like,
sure.
Even in that Dateline I was just talking about, the cop is killing women. He's a serial rapist and murderer.
Sure.
And he gets caught, and they start, the trial, and the family of the victim starts getting abuse from people.
Sure.
Like, the fact that you just said sure makes me want to write off the whole species.
Oh, you should, because that's what happens.
That's
exactly what happens. That happens all the time.
This guy, InfoWars, Alex Jones.
Yeah, that fucktard.
What he did.
Shit.
Like, people are assaulting, whatever they're doing, in any way contacting the families that have been through this horrific tragedy.
They're getting death threats, yeah. We suck. Human beings are fucking awful. This whole world would be a whole lot better without us.
Follow us on Twitter.
Sure, why not?
But I think
we haven't been banned there yet, so follow us there.
It is true that in this story, and another thing that I found odd was watching Dial M for Murder. The good guy who figures everything out is a cop, and I was like, well, that's interesting. When it was all done, I said, because I've watched enough Hitchcock movies to know he don't like the cops.
Generally not, yeah.
So this was, but it is comforting, I guess, in some way, and it's very helpful in putting a plot together to have a good cop.
Well, I think that comes from the source material, which was a stage play.
Yeah, in that case, it was a play.
But yeah, I agree. I think you're right. The authority figures there are supposed to be the good guys.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was growing up, America, we were the good guys, and the more older I get, the more I find out that is certainly not the case.
Yeah, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. And just looking at what we've seen, and maybe we're biased being in, as I say, in Minneapolis, you can't look at the police force and think that they're just simply the good guys. They're probably great guy in there. I don't have any idea. There's good and bad to go on with all of this.
Personally, for my job, I deal with the police department, and I don't know. I mean, I have never met anybody who I'm like, ooh, whoa, what the fuck is that guy's deal?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think another thing about Krog, because I'm still keep trying to bring it back to what the actual question was.
We got to wrap this up pretty quick here.
In a small town context, it's easier to picture a guy who's steadfast and trying to get to the bottom of things. My arm was ripped off as a child by Frankenstein. I almost did it. So I want to get to the bottom of this. I don't trust that guy, and he's right.
Yeah.
But it's a fairy tale.
Sure it is.
Follow us. Join the Frankenstein Minute Village. Send us a good wise-ass question.
Yep.
Congratulations on the restoral of your extended theme song at the beginning.
Yeah, I hope you like it.